high above the earth, shaking with every step. These crossings aren't just pathways, they're battles against fear, nature, and gravity. From fragile hanging bridges that dance with the wind, to massive giants where even cars seem tiny and helpless. Around the world, every crossing is a story of courage. Would you trust your own footsteps or your car on a bridge hanging between life and death? Today, we take you across the most dangerous bridges on the planet. Some will shake, and some will make your heart stop. Hold tight. This journey will test your nerves. Get ready to experience thrills like never before. If you love heart-pounding adventures, don't forget to subscribe and join us as we cross into the unknown. Welcome to the edge of fear. Hanging hundreds of feet above a wild jungle, this suspension bridge in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico is not just a path, it's a battle between courage and gravity. With engines trembling and bridges swaying, fearless adventurers take their machines across this narrow beast. One slip, one wrong steer, and the jungle floor awaits far below. It is not just a drive, it's a full-blown test of nerve. Stretching endlessly into the horizon, this massive suspension bridge dares crowds of people to walk its narrow path. Every gust of wind, every creak beneath their feet reminds them, here nature is in control. Fear is not optional, it's part of the journey. Still holding your breath? You'll need it, because the next crossing is even more nerve-shattering. And if you think machines can conquer fear, think again. In Switzerland, the Grindelwald first cliff walk tests pure human nerve. Thousands of feet above the valley floor, tourists step onto a narrow metallic path bolted directly to the cliffside. Helmets and harnesses offer little comfort as the bridge shakes beneath their feet. The breathtaking views of the Swiss Alps feel almost unreal. But one glance down and every muscle stiffens with fear. This is beauty and terror wrapped into one unforgettable walk. Perched high above the wild Atlantic waters, the Carrick-a-Rede rope bridge in Northern Ireland is one of the world's most daring crossings. A narrow, swaying bridge that stretches from the cliffs to a tiny island, it seems to defy the very laws of balance. With the waves crashing below, the feeling of height is dizzying. Every gust of wind pushes the bridge to its limits, and so does every step you take. One wrong move and the churning sea below becomes the final destination. But this isn't just a bridge, it's a heart-pounding challenge that separates the brave from the bold. The risk here, unmatched. But if you think this is scary, wait until you see what's next. Welcome to the ultimate test of courage. The Hussaini Hanging Bridge in Pakistan is no ordinary crossing. Perched at an astonishing 100 feet 30 meters above the deadly ravine, stretches over 660 feet 200 meters in length. Suspended high above a deep gorge, this bridge sways and creaks underfoot, its narrow planks barely wide enough to step on. As the wind howls through the valley, every step feels like a gamble. One wrong move could send you plummeting into the abyss below. For centuries, this bridge has challenged the bravest souls. And it's not just the height that makes it terrifying, it's the fear that every board might crack beneath you. This is no place for the faint of heart, but for those who dare, the thrill is unmatched. If you thought the Hussaini Hanging Bridge was the scariest, you were wrong. At the highest point of this towering suspension bridge, every step feels like you're defying gravity itself. Suspended hundreds of feet above the ground, this bridge isn't just a crossing, it's a battle for your mind. With the vast chasm beneath you, the only thing standing between you and a terrifying fall is a series of narrow planks and steel cables. The wind howls through the gaps, the bridge sways and creaks, and every movement makes your heart race faster. Even with safety harnesses and helmets, the sheer height and the instability of the structure will have you questioning your every step. At the edge of one of nature's most powerful forces, the Bromo crater in Indonesia stands as a terrifying reminder of the Earth's raw energy. If you are enjoying this breathtaking journey, don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot and helps us bring you more amazing adventures. Beneath you, the abyss yawns. The drop is dizzying, and the sense of vulnerability is overwhelming. The only thing standing between you and the deep chasm below is the fragile bridge clinging to the edges of a cliff like a thread. One wrong move and it's a long, terrifying fall. The sensation of walking on a bridge suspended in the air over a sheer drop is unlike anything else. It's not just a test of physical strength, it's a test of nerve and survival. If you think you've seen it all, the Zhangjiajie glass bridge in China will push your limits even further. Suspended over 1,400 feet above the ground, this incredible bridge is not just a breathtaking view, it's a terrifying walk across the skies. Made entirely of transparent glass, it feels like you're walking in midair with nothing but the dizzying drop beneath your feet. The sensation of floating above the chasm is not for the faint of heart. As you take each step, the glass creaks underfoot, making you question whether this marvel of engineering is as safe as it seems. The wind howls through the valley below, and every sway of the bridge is a reminder of how high you are. If the Zhangjiajie glass bridge left you breathless, the Royal Gorge Bridge in Colorado will leave you speechless. Towering 956 feet above the Arkansas River, it's one of the highest suspension bridges in the world. From below, the bridge looks almost impossible, a delicate line stretched across a colossal canyon, daring anyone brave enough to cross. Crossing this bridge isn't just an adventure, it's a test of courage against nature's raw power. Just when you thought you had seen the limits of human daring, welcome to the Dashbashi Canyon Glass Bridge in Georgia. Hanging about 920 feet above the canyon floor, this architectural marvel stretches out like a thread of glass suspended between two mighty cliffs. Every step on this bridge feels like stepping into thin air. Beneath your feet, only crystal clear glass in the dizzying void. The vast canyon yawns below with sharp rocks and roaring rivers far beneath you, making the crossing feel more like walking over the edge of the world. This is not just a beautiful view, it's a nerve-wracking test of your courage, daring you to trust the invisible path beneath your feet. If you think this was intense, hold your breath. The next bridge will push your fear even deeper. Suspended high over crystal clear waters, this wooden suspension bridge arches gracefully through the stunning wilderness. But don't be fooled by its beauty. Beneath the calm surface lies the chilling reality. One wrong step could mean a terrifying fall into the icy depths below. As hikers step cautiously forward, the height becomes overwhelming, and even the bravest travelers tighten their grips on the thin ropes beside them. Think you've seen it all? Think again. Welcome to the vertigo-inducing heights of Bajiao Shan. Perched on the jagged peaks of China's legendary karst mountains, this narrow pathway winds along sheer cliffs with nothing but thin railings between you and a deadly drop. Standing thousands of feet above the ground, every gust of wind, every creak of the walkway feels like a direct challenge to your courage. The mountain views are breathtaking, but one glance down will send shivers racing through your entire body. With each careful step along these dizzying cliffs, the fear of falling becomes all too real, a silent battle between adventure and survival. Just when you catch your breath, Bajiao Shan strikes again. This time with a death-defying trail carved into the mountainside itself. Suspended hundreds of feet above the canyon floor, this narrow pathway hugs the rugged cliffs, often disappearing into dark, echoing caves. If you thought China's cliffs were terrifying, prepare yourself for Nepal's ultimate skywalk, the Kushma suspension bridge, stretching over 1,100 feet across a deep canyon and soaring at a heart-stopping height of nearly 400 feet. This bridge is one of the highest pedestrian suspension bridges in the world. Beneath you, the mighty gorge carves through the rugged Himalayan landscape, while the bridge sways and creaks with every single step. Even seasoned adventurers feel their legs weaken as they inch forward, the strong winds tugging at their bodies and the dizzying drop below daring them to look down. From Nepal's swaying heights, we now arrive in Montenegro to face a different kind of terror. The Djurdjevic Tara Bridge, a colossal concrete arch stretching over 1,200 feet long and towering 560 feet above the wild Tara River, is an engineering marvel and a nerve-wracking challenge for anyone daring to cross. The seemingly solid concrete beneath your feet offers little comfort when you gaze over the edge into the roaring canyon below. With sharp bends, steep climbs, and gusting mountain winds, every moment on this bridge reminds you nature's power is always just one step away. Cars crawl across it, pedestrians grip the rails, and the brave few know. Here in Montenegro, height isn't just measured in meters, it's measured in heartbeats. And if you think this crossing is impressive, wait until you see the next death-defying marvel. Subscribe now, because the real danger is still to come. From the dizzying canyons of Montenegro, we now head to the endless seas of Florida. The legendary 7-mile bridge stretches a staggering nearly 7 miles around 11 kilometers across the open waters, connecting the Florida Keys with nothing but a narrow ribbon of concrete and steel. With nothing but the vast Atlantic Ocean on either side, every drive across this bridge feels like balancing on the edge of the world. Strong winds whip across the waves, storms can rise without warning, and with no land in sight for miles, the sheer isolation can make even the boldest travelers feel exposed and vulnerable. Here, it's not the height, but the endless, unforgiving expanse that tests your courage. But if you think a stormy ocean crossing is wild, what comes next will truly shatter your limits. After conquering the endless seas of Florida, prepare yourself for a breathtaking challenge high above the tropical mountains of Malaysia. The Langkawi Sky Bridge is a stunning curved marvel, spanning about 410 feet, 125 meters, and suspended 2,300 feet, 700 meters, above sea level, clinging to the peaks of the Langkawi archipelago. One glance over the side and you'll see sheer drops straight down into dense, misty rainforest. The bridge gently sways with the mountain winds, every step making your heart pound louder than the gusts howling around you. The elegant design may seem inviting, but don't be fooled. One wrong step here feels like flirting with the clouds themselves. And if you thought this was the peak of thrill, the next danger waiting ahead will leave you breathless. Shrouded in thick, rolling fog, the mighty Osmangazi Bridge in Turkey stretches an incredible 80,500 feet, 2,682 meters across the Gulf of Izmit, making it one of the longest suspension bridges on Earth. Beneath your tires or feet, the world vanishes into a ghostly abyss, leaving only the trembling structure and your rising heartbeat. It's not just the height or the length, it's the haunting feeling of crossing into the unknown that grips your soul. Subscribe now, the danger is only beginning. After braving the ghostly fogs of Turkey, we now find ourselves suspended in a surreal masterpiece high above Vietnam's lush mountains. The breathtaking Golden Bridge in Da Nang, Vietnam stretches about 500 feet, 150 meters across a steep, forested valley, held aloft by two giant stone hands rising from the earth. Suspended nearly 3,280 feet, 1,000 meters above sea level, the bridge seems almost otherworldly. But make no mistake, the height is dizzying, and the narrow path offers little comfort as the winds sweep fiercely across the open span. With only a slim railing separating you from the endless plunge into the emerald jungle below, even the beauty here comes laced with danger. If this bridge shook your nerves, brace yourself. The next crossing will make even the bravest hesitate. From the mystical heights of Vietnam, we now journey to the tropical heart of Bali, Indonesia, where danger hides behind breathtaking beauty. Suspended above the roaring Tegenungan waterfall, the stunning Blangsinga glass bridge stretches around 160 meters, 525 feet long, with nothing but crystal clear panels separating you from the wild waters crashing below. At a height of about 66 feet, 20 meters, it may seem manageable until you feel the shudder beneath your feet, see the ground vanish beneath the glass, and realize every step is a leap of faith. At a height of about 66 feet, 20 meters, it may seem manageable. Then, until you feel the shudder beneath your feet, see the ground vanish beneath the glass, and realize every step is a leap of faith. If this bridge shook your nerves, brace yourself. The next crossing will make even the bravest hesitate. After surviving the glassy terror of Bali, now we face raw wilderness high above the ground in British Columbia, Canada. The mighty Squamish Suspension Bridge, also known as the Sky Pilot Suspension Bridge, stretches around 100 meters, 328 feet long, dangling over the breathtaking Canadian landscapes. Suspended at a dizzying height of about 100 meters, 328 feet, above raging rivers and rocky cliffs, this slender bridge sways and trembles underfoot with every gust of alpine wind. Crossing this bridge feels like stepping into the sky itself, with nothing but the wind and a thin line between you and the endless drop below. Suspended high above the forest floor, this canopy walk offers a rare glimpse into the heart of nature and the fear of heights that comes with it. The narrow wooden path sways beneath your feet, leading you along a bridge that stretches between ancient trees, each step taken hundreds of feet above the ground. This is no mere walk in the woods. It's a battle between the beauty of nature and the terror of its heights. Above the shimmering waters of Russia's Bay, this low-water bridge is constantly alive with movement. Cars rush across in different directions, unaware of the unstable waters creeping just below the surface. Above the icy waters of Russia's Bay, this low-water bridge teems with activity as cars rush across in different directions, oblivious to the peril beneath. The tension is palpable. A single slip in this frigid expanse would spell danger, making every crossing feel like a test of nerve and timing. Towering over the sparkling waters of Tampa Bay, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge stretches across the horizon like a massive, unyielding giant. At nearly 430 feet high and 4 miles long, this engineering marvel isn't just a passage, it's a thrilling journey through the sky, where the bridge seems to touch the clouds and the vast expanse of water below appears endless. With the wind howling and the expanse of water far beneath, the bridge offers both a breathtaking view and a spine-chilling test of courage. High above the bustling roads of Thailand, these wildlife corridor bridges stand as a testament to the balance between human progress and nature's preservation. As we come to the end of this dangerous and adventurous bridges episode, we've journeyed across some of the most jaw-dropping and heart-racing crossings on Earth. If you crave thrilling adventures from the farthest corners of the world and love exploring the world's most breathtaking and terrifying feats of engineering, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more incredible journeys that will push your limits and leave you on the edge of your seat.